Our motoring tip of the week concerns some of the more common problems motorists can make with their vehicles. Now, relying on the engine oil light is a really big one. If you rely entirely on that light and don't manually check the motor oil with the dipstick, you can have an engine that's extremely low on oil and on the verge of engine damage in very short order. Underinflated tires, big problem. Don't forget about the spare tire as well. Make sure all 5 tires on our vehicle are properly inflated for a safe vehicle. Weather-related issues. Big part of Canada, around the Great Lakes and all of Eastern Canada, is subject to really high relative humidity all year round. And that corrosion that's caused by that causes havoc with our brake system and many other areas of the car. There really isn't a solution, but it sure helps to have your car garaged or driven on a regular basis. The final tip concerns the fuel you put in your vehicle. As you know, Motoring TV had the opportunity to go behind the scenes at the Shell Technology Center in Houston, Texas. For the first time, we have a guest on the Motoring Tip of the Week, and it's Serena Arnold from Shell in Houston, Texas. And Serena is a fuel scientist with Shell, and she's going to explain some of the important aspects of having a high-octane fuel that's got great cleaning power that's going to keep our engines working at peak performance. Thank you so much for coming out today, Serena.
Thank you, Bill. Where I work, we develop fuels for the road, and in the development work, we look at performance of an engine from the point of view that you really want to ensure that your engine performs at its best. Every time you fuel up your engine, you should always pick the fuel that provides the total engine protection. And in this case, it's Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline. That gives unbeatable protection against gunk and corrosion and superior protection against wear. And I'm sure you come across many of these problems.
All the time.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of intake valves from an engine here, and this particular intake valve has got heavy carbon deposits on it. So can you explain to our viewers just what happens inside the engine and how we can purge those deposits?
Right, so this intake valve comes out of a test, actually. It's an engine test that was performed with a low-quality gasoline. But Bill told me also that he sees this a lot happening in his area, in his garage. So basically, it looks ugly, it is ugly, and it actually makes the engine work less efficiently. These deposits, if you look at them under the microscope, they actually absorb fuel. So when you inject the fuel onto the inlet valve for poor fuel injected engines, the fuel is going to remain in there. Part of the fuel is going to remain on the valve, and it's not going to be available for combustion. By using a high-quality fuel like Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline, we can achieve a reduction of up to 60% of those deposits from the very first tank.
Serena, there's a piston and connecting rod out of a test engine. And our viewers can probably appreciate that the lower part of this piston, the skirt, and these 2 piston rings receive cooling and lubrication from the motor oil. But can you help us out with what goes on up here at the top end of the piston?
Now, the top piston ring, Bill, is the one that actually it comes in contact with the fuel. And is the one that you really want to make sure that is protected against wear, because that piston ring determines a lot about the compression of the engine. If you lose compression in your engine, it's not going to work the way it was designed to work. So we want to make sure that you don't have issues with wear taking place right there. And Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline is designed with an anti-wear component that is actually going to coat the surfaces, the metal surfaces that this piston is in contact with, and it will protect it against wear.
So our high compression engine remains a high compression engine.
That's exactly right.
Serena, thanks for coming out today. Thanks for bringing the cutaways and the engine components from your tests. I know our viewers have gained a lot here today, and it's great to share your passion for this industry with our viewers.
I mean, we had a great time here today talking about this, and you and I can talk about this all day. That's the problem, but we don't have all day. So in order to really make viewers understand, especially young viewers out there, including my daughters actually, is that you can protect your investment by choosing the highest quality gasoline out there. And definitely that is your motoring tip for the week.
That was my line.